Hello, Libra, and welcome to your reading for the month of April, or whenever this video might find you. A message that has been coming up for all of the signs for this time period right now as we enter into the new astrological season, as we just end a very, very potent eclipse cycle, is the message of energy cleansing. And I'm not just talking about your physical energy body, I'm also talking about the energy of your environment. And as I say that, I am lighting some Palo Santo. And I want you to know and trust that the spirit of the Palo Santo tree is raising the vibration of yourself and your physical location, your physical environment where you are now. Again, this is a message that has been coming up really strongly for all of the signs this month, and it might be a good reminder that this is a good time of year to do some spring cleaning. Remember that everything has energy. Every single item in your home has energy. So what are the items in your home? What is the energy that those items are emitting out into your environment? Let's say, for example, you have items that you have been neglecting. They might feel the energy of abandonment or the energy of neglect. Or maybe you even have areas of your home that you don't tidy up all that often, maybe areas where there's a lot of clutter. And in shamanism, we say that Hucha likes to hide in clutter. Hucha hides under dark furniture, behind furniture, places where we don't clean that often. So again, definitely a strong energy coming through for this month is be conscious of the energy of your environment. This may not only be the energy of your home, but you may also want to consider your office, your vehicle, or anywhere else that you spend a significant amount of time. If you're new here, I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I do these readings as well as some guided meditations here on my channel. I'm going to get started this month with some cards from the Intuitive Life Coaching deck. This is by Kelly Smith. I call this one my OG deck because I've been using it the longest. I've got the most feedback from it. It always hits the nail on the head. I also sometimes call it my tough love deck because it does that as well. It calls it like it is. It likes to call us other shit sometimes. If you are hanging out for the extended reading at the end, I'm also going to be pulling from a few additional decks. The Unshakable Inner Peace deck by Shannon Kaiser. We've got the Romance Angels for those of you who are here for love. This one's by Doreen Virtue. And then we've also got the Animal Spirit Guide book as well. So we'll see what animal totem is coming up for you for this month as well. But in the meantime, we'll get started with the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Again, because this is my favorite deck, it always tells us like it is. And we'll see what is the primary energy for the Libra collective for the month of April, please. Let's see what we're getting here. Okay, healing with nature. I love this card. I'm a Virgo sun, Virgo rising, all about those earth signs. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to get outside. Now, I know depending on where you live, there's some serious nature, there's some serious weather happening in the world right now. Where I live, it's beautiful. In Western Canada, it's gorgeous. It's spring. I planted grass seed yesterday. I love it. I just got back from a holiday as well. So it was beautiful down in Costa Rica, but I know I've got some family on the east that are not quite having that experience. It's still snowy. I've got some family up north as well. It's still cold. They're really struggling with getting outside and, having that seasonal depression extend a little bit longer into a long period this month. If that's you, I want to encourage you to get outside anyway. I know that it's cold. I know that it's gray. I know that it's wet. It's not always beautiful, but your soul is yearning to be outside. Your soul is yearning, just like a child yearns for his mother. We yearn to be outside because Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia, she is our great mother. And nature is healing. Nature is medicine. There's a very, very strong feeling of ungroundedness. And again, remember I said there was something about the energy of the environment. It feels like for some of you, the energy of your environment is actually bringing your energy down. So you might want to consider what's up with the energy of your environment. So yes, you can cleanse the energy of your environment. You can smudge it. You can use Palo Santo. Palo Santo really raises the energy to really, really cleanse the energy. You want to use something stronger like sage or Florida water. I'll go to Florida. I always have some Florida water in my house. I actually put it in a little spray bottle like this. So if I need to spray the house, I can just spray it like that. I can spray myself. I put this in my purse. I bring it with me when I go places. And you may also want to consider, aside from actually like cleansing your space. What else is going on in your environment that might be affecting your energy? Maybe you need to do a purge. Maybe you need to get rid of some of those items that I was talking about earlier, the items that have energy, right? Everything has energy. Every single item carries with it energy. Is that energy raising you up? Is it bringing you down? It's hard to think of an item having a neutral energy. It either raises us up or brings us down, right? You might also want to consider like what things are you listening to in your environment? I feel like some of you may have like a partner or a parent who listens to the news a lot. And it's like always on in the background and you can hear it and it brings your vibe down. It's like all the fear mongering happening all the time is just really not good. Some of you might be listening to some music that is affecting your energy. Maybe even like some podcasts. Do some of you watch true crime? You got to let me know down in the comments if this is resonating with you. I feel like some of you may even like listen to true crime and it's like dropping your energy. Okay. So just be mindful of the energy of your environment. And as much and as often as you can throughout this month, get outside. Nature is medicine. And there is an opportunity here for you to go outside, go by the waters. It says your soul yearns to be outside in nature around the healing waters, flowers, and trees. So if you have a lake, an ocean, a river, a creek, something like that near you, I would absolutely go to the waters. The waters can represent our emotions and the waters are very healing. If you're like me, maybe you want to go outside and you want a cold plunge. I love the cold plunge. It's not comfortable, but I've learned to love it. I've learned to find comfort in the discomfort. I do breath work when I'm in the water. So it's an opportunity to really, really connect with myself, my intuition, and my body all at the same time. So some of you may want to consider that as well, or even just bringing your journal down to the water can be really, really nice too. Is there anything else that the Libra Collective needs to know for the month of April, please? Okay, I'm getting soulmate. So there is a relationship, I feel. And again, if you're with me for the extended reading, we'll look into the romance angel oracle if you're here for love. But I want to remind you that soulmate relationships are not just your romantic relationships. I'm getting that for some of you, this could be a new friendship and maybe some soul family members reuniting this month. So you'll know that someone is a part of your soul family. If you meet someone new and they feel so familiar, like an instant click, like you feel like you could tell them your whole life story, or maybe you have told them your whole life story and you're like, I don't even know why I told you all of that. I just feel so comfortable with you. That is a pretty good indicator that that's someone that you've perhaps spent a past life with. Now, if you're not here for love, again, this could be a relationship. It could be someone that you're just going to meet, a business partner, even someone who is coming into your life. It's fated, okay? It's fated. I also pulled the self-love card for you. I really felt the need to pull another one without even asking a question. I just felt that there was something more to this that wanted to be added. And the self-love card tells us that your capacity to be loved by others is directly related to your capacity to love yourself. I mean, this is exactly what I teach in Nourish Your Temple. Like, love on yourself. Treat yourself the way that you would treat a child. If you're a parent, this can be easy for you to resonate with. If you're not a parent, think about all the young people in your life. If you were in charge of like a 3-year-old for a day, what would you do? You would make sure that that 3-year-old got enough sleep. You'd make sure that they got enough water. You'd make sure that they got enough fruits and vegetables. You'd make sure that they got enough sun. You'd make sure that they got enough time outside. You'd make sure that they had enough activity and enough socialization. Maybe you'd bring them to a park, see other kids, You would make sure that they didn't get too much socialization though. Like, you'd be watching them and you'd make sure when they seem to be overstimulated, okay, let's bring them inside now. You'd make sure that they didn't get too much activity. Like if their cheeks started to get red and flush, you'd probably tell them, okay, that's enough. Let's go inside now. You'd probably make sure they got a bath. You would probably make sure that, again, they didn't have too much junk food, too much TV, too much screen time. You'd make sure all of these things, but are you able to do those things for yourself as well, right? We're always going to attract those who we believe that we're worthy of attracting. So if we are not seeing our own worth, if we're not treating ourselves how we deserve to be treated, then how are we going to attract someone who can also treat us the way that we deserve to be treated? So if you are here for love, Libra, there's a big call for you to consider the people you have been attracting into your love life up until this point. They've been the people that have reflected how much you love yourself. And if you haven't attracted anyone yet, if you're like, well, I'm just brand new to this game, then perhaps this is an opportunity to look at how are you loving on yourself? Because again, you're going to attract those who treat you the same way that you treat yourself. And if you're already in a relationship and, things could be better. I mean, things can always be better. Even if things are great, things can always be better. The more you love yourself, the more you open up yourself to be loved by others. Okay. I'll pull a couple more cards here before we go into the extended reading. If you are new here, I'd be so grateful if you're resonating with this. If you'd consider subscribing to the channel, you'll get notifications, and you can also see my other videos. So you can watch for your sun, your moon, your rising, or anywhere else in your chart. If you're liking this video so far, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. You guys know how the algorithm works. The more people who like it, the more people who will see it. And of course, let me know in the comments how any of this is resonating with you. And are there any challenges that the Libra Collective needs to know of for the month ahead, please? Okay, universal bank. So whatever challenge you have, you've got the answers, okay? Whatever challenge you have got the answers. Do you have a meditation process, Libra? Do you have a practice where you go within? And I always hear people say, like, I just can't meditate. It's too challenging. I struggle. I can't shut my brain off. I can't turn my thoughts off. I don't know. Meditation's not easy for me. Yeah. I get it. It took me years. Surrender. You got surrender on the bottom. Just surrender, Libra. You can meditate. We can all meditate. You're probably already meditating, okay? We're meditating so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We meditate anytime that we're going on a really long drive where we already know where to go. We don't have to think about the directions. We don't have to listen to the GPS. We're just going, and we drop into that meditative state. Sometimes people will say, like, I get the best ideas when I'm driving. Yeah, because you dropped into that meditative state. Or maybe if you're going for a walk in the woods. I get my best ideas when I'm going for a walk in the woods. I live right next to the forest. So I just go outside and I go for a walk in the woods and I get the best ideas. Sometimes I'll do Facebook Lives or TikTok Lives from the woods because I'm just getting the most clear, intuitive insights. Often when we're in the shower, people say too, I get the best ideas in the shower. Those are not ideas. Those are intuitive insights. Those are downloads. Those are messages from your spirit guides, your spirit allies, your higher self. And also in the bath, especially if you can put the phone down when people are like, oh, I got a bath and I'm on the phone. No. That is not self-care. That is not self-love. That is not refilling your cup. That is not connecting with your intuition if you're sitting there on your phone in the bath. No, put the phone down. Put the phone down and receive that intuitive guidance. That is the easiest way to meditate if you struggle with meditation. Otherwise, if you've figured it out, then just throw in a sound bath. I love Larimar Sound Alchemy. He's here on YouTube. He's on Spotify. He's all over the place, and his sound baths are the best. They're my favorite. They're my favorite to meditate to. So I'll just write my journal. I am going on a journey to blank. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I going to receive clarity about a certain situation? Am I going to receive the answer to whatever's bothering me? Am I going to receive healing around an emotional issue, a mental issue, a physical issue? Am I going to connect with a certain spirit guide or ally? Whatever it is, I will write in my journal, I am going on a journey to blank. And then I'll turn on the sound bath and I'll have my experience. And I want you to trust too, Libra. Trust in whatever way these messages show up for you. Some people are clairvoyant and they'll see things for sure. But not everybody is clairvoyant. Sometimes you'll hear messages, you'll see colors, you'll have smells, you'll have senses, you'll get a gut feeling, you'll feel things on your physical body, you'll have sensations, or you'll just have an inner knowing. And none of these are right or wrong. They're just experiences that we all have. Everyone is different. Now, what is one final message that will help the Libra Collective for the month of April to align with their highest, most abundant, most prosperous, their highest, happiest timeline, path, and purpose, please? Okay, you're getting boundaries. This came up with my clients in the Nourish Your Temple program. We pulled this card. The boundaries card is all about learning how to say no when you really want to say no. Like, Libra, I know you really like peace and you don't like to rock the boat a lot of the time. So, this one could be challenging for you, like to say no when somebody asks you for something and your gut instinct is to say no. Listen to your gut. Your intuition is never wrong. Say yes when you really want to say yes. I mean, you might feel a little bit of fear in there, but if you want to do something, do it. What happens when we create boundaries, especially new boundaries with people who have been in our life for a while, is that sometimes people do not like these boundaries and they're going to be like, whoa, what are they doing? They used to always say yes. How come all of a sudden they're saying no? Or they used to always say no. How come all of a sudden they're saying yes? And they don't really like it. And you know what? Sometimes when we create new boundaries, people will begin to fall away from our lives. And that can be really, really uncomfortable. Of course, it's never comfortable when big change happens within relationships, right? But what it is the universe showing you who is not meant for you. If somebody cannot rise up to meet your boundaries, they are not for you, period. Period. It is healthy to have boundaries. Now, on the flip side of that, when we create new boundaries, some people in our lives, they rise up to meet them and they show us that they are for us. Like, what a beautiful demonstration that someone is for us when they can rise up to meet our boundaries. So, there is something in this month about you learning to listen more to your intuition, learning to create boundaries. And in doing so, you've got the information you need because you're connected through the universal bank with your own intuition. Healing with nature is going to help you through any challenges that you have this month. So go outside. Go outside. Someone new is coming into your life, but they might not feel new. This feels definitely like it could be someone who is a part of your soul family. And love yourself, and others will rise up and love you in the way that you deserve to be loved as well, Libra. I hope you will join me on the extended reading. I'm going to have the link to join the Sacred Self Empowered community membership below. And not only will you have access to the extended readings, but you'll also have access to our twice a month Zoom meetings that we have every month. I love these calls. They're so wonderful. It's such a beautiful community to be a part of. And I will also have the link to all of the decks that I've used in tonight's reading below, as well as the ones that I'm going to use in the extended. So I'll see you on the next one, Libra.